What's that known as? Hard palate. Right behind that, the soft tissue here, soft palate. The thing on the bottom here towards the tongue. I can't dig it out.
Can you post videos on Blackboard?
You probably can. You can email it to everybody. I can't get my epiglottis to come out. The epiglottis, if you take the throat, this is looking straight on to him. All right, so hard palate is up here. Soft palate is right there. Epiglottis looks like this. Okay? And then there's our tongue.
It's like
Okay,
things
epiglottis
like
is a
our
flap
tonsils.
that allows us to, when we're eating, not to just go ahead and inhale it through our lungs. Okay? Because what happens when we do that? We die. Okay? If we don't choke to death, we die of aspiration pneumonia later. Okay? Next thing, let's see. Well, we already know nostril, right? Nostrils. Let's see. Hard palate, soft palate, epiglottis. Thyroid. All right, our thyroid gland is located right here, right on top of our trachea, okay? It almost looks like a little tiny heart. And it's right on top of the trachea.
What's that called?
The thyroid gland. So whenever you hear someone say they have a thyroid condition, just punch them in the neck and maybe it'll kick and start it working or something. Okay?
Isn't that located behind the collarbone? So,
Yeah, it is. You had to cut through it. See, this is our collarbone right here, right there. And before that was connected, so it's really difficult to see. Now another gland that is almost totally absent on my pig, but you guys are probably going to see it, it's normally there, is the thymus gland. And it's a U shape, and normally it would be right here. Okay, so your thyroid, and then there'd be a U around it. So cutting through it, this is part of it on my pig. It goes all the way up here, all the way down to here. But for whatever reason, mine is really darkly colored, and normally they're not. They're normally lighter colored, and they look a lot like the pancreas. Same sort of tissue. It looks like adipose or fat tissue. Okay, and remember, it goes into a U, so it's bilobed. One lobe over here, one lobe over here. That's the thymus gland. All right, larynx, trachea. Remember, you can always tell the trachea because it's ribbed. The other way you can tell the trachea is the outermost tube. Okay, the one behind it is the epiglottis. So epiglottis is right next to the spine. Trachea is outermost. Okay? All right, next we move down. I already pushed the sac back, but your heart is covered by a thin layer of tissue known as the pericardium, or the pericardial sac. Okay, that does have a little bit of fluid in there. Normally, a healthy heart would not have very much of anything in there. Okay? People that are more obese will a lot of times get fat buildup between the heart and the pericardial sac, and that's pretty much obvious. You're going to cause problems there. You're not going to be able to pump as much blood through the body. You're going to have higher risk of heart attack and stroke. It's going to cause some serious issues for you. But we push that back, we can see our heart, okay? And this multi-lobed structure here. Someone was telling me one is 3-lobed and the other is bilobal. That was you? I don't know if that's true on a pig or not, but in humans it is. Next, what's this right here?
Spleens.
Nope.
Liver. Sorry.
Liver. This big structure right up next to your
Diaphragm.
right, is your liver. Okay, we pull the liver up. Underneath the liver, what are we looking for? This sac right here is the gallbladder. Right there. My gallbladder kind of ripped off the liver, so.
Okay.
Okay. Someone just come in here. All right, now we move our liver out of the way. What's special about our liver that none of our other organs can do?
Grow back.
It can grow back, right? Until we get it to about 5% of what it normally would be, then you're done. That's called cirrhosis of the liver, right? It's scar tissue forming on the liver.
So like, could I cut it in half and grow 2 livers?
Yeah. If you have a family member that is having liver issues or something, they will do transplants as long as you
By
match.
just cutting it?
Yeah, they'll cut it and they'll go ahead and
that's
remove it and
cool.
put it back into another person.
The
It's not as
only
easy as that,
organ
but
can regenerate.
Like
Yeah.
a sponge.
yes, that can be done. That's fairly common. If you watch Grey's Anatomy, it's been done. Grey's Anatomy.
You watch Grey's Anatomy?
Grey does it for her father. Okay, this is stomach. My wife loves Grey's Anatomy, so I have no choice.
There we go.
Okay, so stomach, spleen.
Okay.
And remember what's below our stomach and spleen? Little brain,
Pancreas.
pancreas, right? Pancreas does what?
Emulsifies. Secrete.
Produces bile that emulsifies fats, right? It's also in charge of what? Insulin. Good.
Blood sugar control.
Right, which controls our blood sugar, which is extremely important.
Yeah.
You all probably have someone in your family or someone that you know that's diabetic, right?
I am.
It's fairly common. Okay, if you trace down the stomach, you have a hard structure right here, very muscled at the tip of the stomach, at the start of the small intestine. It's called the pyloric sphincter. After the pyloric sphincter, when you're going down the small intestine, this first bit of small intestine here is called duodenum. And you'll go through all these many feet of small intestine. And at the end of class, if we do have some time or something, we can have somebody take all that small intestine out and stretch it so you can see how far it is. It's at least as long as that table. So you have quite a bit of small intestine in there. Anybody know what all this is?
Large intestine.
Good. Large intestine. And what's this
Cecum.
enlarged? Good. That's our cecum right here. Okay, it doesn't lead to anything. It's an enlarged part of the large intestine. Okay, it's a little fatter than all the rest of it.
Does it not have any function like our?
No, it doesn't really have any function. It's a lot like
Okay.
an appendix, but it's not quite an appendix.
Okay.
Okay. I was hoping that you guys would be able to see that a little better. If you use your imagination a little bit, you can see the kidney right down in here. Okay, it's covered by a really thin layer of tissue, and that's called the peritoneum. So I'm just going to break that up a little bit. And then this is our kidney. Okay, how many kidneys do we have?
2.
Right, how many do we need?
1.
We only need 1. Our kidneys are fairly efficient, not nearly what most other animals are, but ours are pretty good. Ours can, they can concentrate our urine about 4 times our normal body solutes. So they're pretty efficient, but like a kangaroo rat can do it 16 times its normal. So those are very efficient. Those are animals, they don't even have to drink, ever. They don't drink any water. Okay, so that's our other kidney. What else do we have on there that I haven't showed you? We have, from the large intestine, if you just follow your large intestine, right here. What's that?
Descending.
Descending colon?
Yeah.
Okay. Otherwise, for all intents and purposes here, colon is fine. You have ascending, horizontal, and descending colon. But colon is fine here. On the end, the little hole, the muscular part of it is what?
Sphincter.
The anal sphincter, good. A sphincter is just a big ball of muscle that just is holding something in or out. Okay? And then right past that is rectum. So right on the inside of the sphincter. And it
So
kind of
this the
includes
thing
sphincter
coming
as
out
well.
the booty?
No. Nope.
What is
This, no, this is her vagina.
Okay,
And that's
Hershey kiss.
a
Oh,
clitoris.
we learned it.
gotcha.
Okay? I think that's all of it. Any questions on it? What's this?
The
Thyroid gland,
Good. What's the U-shaped gland?
thymus.
This is part of
Thymus.
it. Thymus. Good.
Where's the diaphragm?
The diaphragm
This
is
is
in
the-
between the liver and the heart.
It separates the
You know what you're
thoracic
talking
and
about.
abdominal cavity.
You know what you're talking
Okay.
about.
Like horizontally?
Yeah.
No, see,
It's the.
Yep.
It's just spelled weird.